can change your hair and you can change your clothes. You can change your mind, it's just the way it goes. Can you tell what I was listening to on Spotify this morning? Hey friends, it's me. Welcome back to my channel. I'm very excited for today's video because, as promised, it's much happier than last week's video. So give this video a thumbs up already for that. As the title of this video says, today's video is going to be everything that the news doesn't tell you. And what I mean by that is positive stories of inspiration, hope, happiness, all of that jazz. I'm covering it today because, as we all know, the world is a pretty dark place right now, or it can seem pretty dark because none of the things that are good that are going on in the world are actually being broadcasted anywhere. It's just kind of being brushed under the rug because there's so many negative things to talk about. So I think that everyone's been getting a little bit sad about how the state of the world is right now, and I am here to change that. If you've been with my channel since the very beginning, you know that I did one of these videos earlier and I told 3 stories there, but in this video I'm upping my game and I have 5 stories for you. So yay for improvement. Also, if you watched my first video about what the news doesn't tell you, you would know that at the end of each story, I gave you guys ideas on how to help out in a similar manner. So I'm also going to be continuing that tradition on in this video. So honestly, I'm just going to start because I'm rambling a little bit. So let's get into it. So the first story actually has to do with cooking. And I don't know if anyone that's watching this video is a fan of cooking or not, or knows about celebrity chefs or anything like that, but there is a celebrity chef named Jose Andres. As I'm sure many of you do know, Puerto Rico was recently hit with Hurricane Maria and lost power, and therefore they lost a lot of their produce and their food in the process of this huge disaster. And recently, Jose Andres has been in Puerto Rico for 9 days, delivering up to 45,000 meals for those affected by Hurricane Maria. 45,000 meals. That's absolutely insane. And he said that he's not even done yet with his work in Puerto Rico. So that's incredible. So if this story inspired you, there is a way you can help out. You can help out by volunteering at your local food pantry. You can also donate to the victims of Puerto Rico, and that link will also be down below. So check it out if you feel so inclined. Story number 2. So before I read this article, I actually did not know about this, but apparently there is a Bali volcano that is in like the red danger zone of erupting, and so many people have been evacuated from the area since mid-August, I believe. And as you can imagine, with that huge evacuation, many animals get left behind. Pets, zoo animals, animals in animal sanctuaries. Even though the volcanic eruption is in the red zone, there are still volunteers who are risking their lives to go and save these animals and bring them to shelters away from the destruction of the volcano, or the possible destruction that the volcano could cause. So that's really cool. So I thought about this for a while and I tried to come up with some way for you guys to help out in a similar way, but I wouldn't actually feel right about telling you guys to risk their lives near a volcano. So I'm not really sure how you can help out in a similar way to this. So this video is mainly just here for you to feel inspired. There is literally a car right now that won't stop going off. Please shut up. Story number 3 has to do with something that I'm sure is very close to a lot of people's hearts. As I'm sure you heard, because the news is covering it like absolute crazy, is about the Las Vegas incident. Obviously there's a lot of destruction within people's lives and within the area because of the attack. So our story number 3 is to say that over $9 million have been donated to help fund the relief of the Las Vegas incident. The fact that so much love can come from an act of hate is just, it's so inspiring to me, and every time I talk about it, I literally get the shivers. I have goosebumps right now. This story, there is a way that you can help out, so if you feel so inclined to help donate to the relief of these people that have been affected by the Las Vegas incident, there will be a link down below where you can donate to help add to that $9 million. Because obviously there's a lot of medical bills that need to be paid, and $9 million, while it's a ton, you can still do so much better than that. So if you feel so inclined to help donate, the link will be down below, and the world thanks you for it. Story number 4 is actually, it's not really a story. I guess none of these are really stories. They're just like tidbits of news. But this is about the fact that AIDS is no longer the leading cause of death in Africa, which is crazy. That's so incredible to think of, that we've been able to combat that. I'm sure it's still up there in the leading causes of death, but the fact that it's not number 1 anymore is something to celebrate and something to be very excited about. Again, there's no real good way to advise you to help out in this area. I guess all we can do is just be inspired by that and recognize that that's a huge accomplishment. And last but not least, story number 5. This is a huge thing that when I read about, I was very, very excited. You may or may not know that China is not the best at keeping their water clean. They're not the best at pollution, everything like that. But recently, China has just spent 100 billion, not 100 million, not 100,000, that wouldn't be too much money, I guess, in the government. $100 billion has just been spent on keeping water clean in China. So that is a huge environmental step for them. And that's honestly a huge environmental step for the world. And I think that it's very, very important to talk about this because that's so huge, that's incredible. The only way that I think that you can really help out in this area is just by educating yourself on the effects of water pollution and also not littering, not letting your crap go everywhere. So that was my last story. Those were my 5 different tidbits of news and information that I think go completely unnoticed because of the things that are happening in the world. And maybe, I don't know, maybe you guys did know about some of these and I just live under a rock, but I personally did not hear the news about any of these. I thought that it would be wise to share it with everyone because it's important to not only keep yourself educated about what's going on in the world, but it's important to keep yourself in a positive, uplifting state of mind because the more and more negative news we hear, while it's important to hear and know and be educated about it, the more of a Debbie Downer it is, and the more we think that we can't do anything to stop it, when in reality, there are things that we can do. So that was the point of this video, to let you guys know that while there is a ton of crap happening in the world right now, there are also so many positive stories that haven't been covered by the media lately because the media has been busy covering other news. So that was the purpose of this video. I hope you liked it. If you did, just like I said in the beginning of this video, give it a thumbs up, smash that like button. Do me a favor, help me out. I'm working on posting more videos regularly, so just give it a thumbs up for that. Also, subscribe to my channel down below. What that does is that it makes it easier for you to know that I have posted a video, so hitting that subscribe button will also really help me out. So I hope you guys have a great rest of your day. I hope you take the stories that I have shared with you and apply them to your life in some manner, or maybe even just walk with a little bit of the pep in your step because you know that the world isn't all negative. Also, all of the links to these articles where I found out about this information will be linked down in the description box, as well as any of the links that I mentioned in this video about donating to Relief Fund. Thank you guys so much for watching my video. I'll post another one very soon, and I can't wait to see what the future holds in aspects of positivity. Alright guys, I'm peacing out. Goodbye, friends.